What if I told you that the most powerful secrets to building wealth weren't cooked up on Wall Street, but were actually discovered in the ancient city of Babylon, like 6,000 years ago? It sounds crazy, right? But today, we're going to crack open The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason, and I mean really pull apart its timeless wisdom. Okay, let's just dive right in.
This one quote, this is the whole heart of the book. It comes from a guy named Bansir, a master chariot builder. He's sitting there, totally discouraged, looking out at this unbelievably wealthy city all around him and just feeling completely left behind. It's such a raw, frustrating feeling.
I mean, come on, who hasn't? You're working hard, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you see all this wealth flashing around you, on social media, on TV, but when you look at your own bank account, it just doesn't add up. It's an ancient problem that feels like it could have been written yesterday.
So to really get the solution, we've got to understand the problem. So let's go back in time to Babylon and really get to know the guy at the center of this whole story.
And this, right here, is what's eating away at Bansir. Just look at the two columns. On one side, you've got Babylon, a place of dazzling wealth, pure opulence, a hub for all the treasure in the known world. And on the other side, you've got Bansir, a master at his craft but totally discouraged, holding an empty purse after a whole lifetime of hard work. He's skilled, he's a hard worker, and he's completely broke.
So there's Bansir complaining about his situation to his best friend, a musician named Kobe. And guess what? Kobe's in the exact same boat. They're both experts in what they do, but when it comes to money, they're total beginners. And as they're talking, suddenly a light bulb goes off.
And boom, there it is. This is the whole key. They had spent their lives mastering the art of building chariots and playing music, but they had never, not once, actually tried to learn the art of building wealth. They were just kind of hoping it would happen, But they never actively went out and looked for the knowledge.
That one little realization just changes everything. It flips their whole mindset from this is hopeless to, okay, let's do something. They figure they need to stop wishing and start learning.
So where do you go if you want to learn about money? Well, you go to the person who has the most of it. And for them, that was Arcad. This guy wasn't born rich. He built his fortune from scratch. He started out just like them. And now he's so good with money that even the king asks him for financial advice.
So they go to Arcad, and he doesn't mess around. He doesn't talk about luck or destiny. Nope, he gets straight to the point. He tells them that building wealth isn't magic. It's a system. It follows laws, just like the law of gravity. And if you don't know the laws, or worse, you ignore them, you're just never going to get there.
And here's the best part, the part that gives them and us so much hope. Arcad says these rules aren't some big, complicated secret only for the rich. They are simple, they're accessible, and they're available to literally anyone who actually wants to understand them.
And so, Arcad agrees to teach them. He lays out his system, what he calls the 7 Cures for a Lean Purse. I love that name. This is the absolute foundation of everything he built.
So let's take a look at this roadmap to wealth. These are the 7 principles that took Arcad from being a poor scribe to the richest man in Babylon. Now, we're not going to go through all 7 today, but let's really zoom in on a couple of the most powerful ones.
Cure number 1 is the absolute game changer. Start thy purse to fattening. This is basically the ancient version of the golden rule we hear today. Pay yourself first. Arcad's advice is simple. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. At least a tenth. Not for spending, for keeping.
And think about it like this. You pay your landlord, right? You pay for food, you pay for clothes. But do you ever stop to pay yourself? This idea completely reframes saving. It's not what's left over at the end of the month. No, it is the single most important bill you have, and you pay it first, right off the top. No excuses.
All right, so once you start saving, once you're fattening that purse, you move on to cure number 3. And this is where the real magic happens. Make thy gold multiply.
This is just the ancient Babylonian way of talking about investing. The money you save can't just sit there doing nothing. You have to think of every single dollar as a little worker. Your job is to send that worker out into the marketplace to earn you more money. And then its earnings can go to work for you too. That, my friends, is the beautiful power of compound growth.
So, okay, we've seen the problem that haunted Bansir, and Arcad has given us the cures. So what does all this ancient wisdom mean for us, right here, right now, in our modern world?
This, for me, is the biggest lesson from the whole book. Our technology has changed, our cultures have changed, but the fundamental laws of money have not.
Paying yourself first and putting your money to work, those principles were as solid on the dusty roads of Babylon as they are in our digital world today. They're timeless.
See, building wealth isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. It's not about a lottery ticket. It's a process. It's like building one of the great pyramids. You do it one block at a time, one coin at a time, one smart decision at a time. All of it resting on this solid foundation of simple, unchanging laws.
You know, the wisdom from Babylon isn't complicated. It doesn't require some fancy degree or secret insider knowledge. All it takes is understanding and, well, the discipline to actually do it. So the real question isn't whether these principles work. We know they do. The real question is, will you use them? What's your first step going to be?